Earthquake survivors, now running from a typhoon. Typhoon Dolphin is lashing Japan's southern islands and heading straight for China next. 260,000 evacuated, airports closed, factories shut. One storm, two nations, zero warning time. Is the worst still to come? Japan is battling the powerful impact of Typhoon Dolphin as the storm lashes the country's southern islands with destructive winds, heavy rain, and dangerous waves. Authorities have ordered nearly 260,000 people to evacuate, shut down Okinawa's main airport, and cancelled more than 500 domestic and international flights. While the emergency officials warn that the conditions could worsen over the weekend. On August 7th, Typhoon Dolphin swept past Okinoarabu, a remote island between Kyushu and Okinawa. On nearby Tokunoshima Island, wind gusts reached 148 kilometers per hour shortly before 7 a.m., underscoring the storm's destructive force.
The Category 1 typhoon had maximum sustained winds of 144 kilometers per hour, 89.5 miles per hour, and was nearing a chain of islands between the Kyushu region and Okinawa Prefecture.
According to reports, 3 men in their 70s were slightly injured in Okinawa, 2 of them caught in the wind, and a third blown off a stool while preparing for the storm. The storm is arriving at a particularly difficult time for southern Japan. Dolphin's outer rain bands are sweeping across Kyushu, where communities are still recovering from the devastating magnitude 7.1 earthquake that struck on July 28th, killing 38 people and damaging thousands of homes. The weather agency also warned that the combination of damaged buildings and intense rainfall could dramatically increase the risk of flooding and landslides. The Japan Meteorological Agency cautioned that such weather systems can trigger dangerous flooding and landslides, urging residents in vulnerable areas to follow evacuation orders without delay. The storm is also affecting Japan's economy. Toyota temporarily suspended production at 9 factories on Friday over concerns that severe weather could disrupt the transportation of vehicle parts and finished cars. Meanwhile, Typhoon Dolphin is expected to gradually weaken as it moves across the East China Sea over the weekend. Despite losing some strength, the storm is forecast to make landfall along China's eastern coast between southern Zhejiang and northern Fujian provinces from Sunday afternoon into early Monday. China's National Meteorological Center has maintained a yellow typhoon alert, the 3rd highest level in its 4-tier warning system. The agency said the storm is expected to maintain its strength or strengthen slightly before reaching the coast, prompting authorities to prepare emergency response measures in the projected impact zone. At the same time, Zhejiang and Fujian both activated the lowest level of their 4-stage typhoon emergency response on Thursday afternoon. All 193 offshore construction projects in Zhejiang have been halted, 474 construction vessels sent to safe anchorage, and more than 10,000 people moved off outlying islands. Fujian expects between 100 milliliters and 200 milliliters of rain from August 9th to August 13th, with up to 300 milliliters in places.
The storm was unusual in having formed west of the international dateline and traveled so far before reaching China at this strength.
As Japan recovers from a deadly earthquake and China braces for impact, can both countries withstand Typhoon Dolphin's fury?
Hindi naman ganun kalapit itong natabunan na kainan mula doon. Siguro, dito tayo.
sa ano kanina, sa Shilan.
We received a call kaninang alas 8 ng umaga kung saan nag-report po yung ating Barangay Disaster Management Committee sa under the leadership of Punong Barangay Milicio Urid ng Barangay Shilan kung saan na-report po na meron pong landslide dyan po sa may bandang Shilan. Particularly sa Kilometer 12 kung saan isang kainan, isang bahay ang natabunan po ng lupa. Nakita po nila na 3 katao po yung nadaganan ng lupa nang galing po sa bundok. And fortunately, yung isa po ay nakuha po natin at naitakbo po sa ospital at sa ngayon po okay na po siya. Unfortunately, yung dalawa po na nandun na kumakain while at the same time kumakain dahil sila po yung mga cook doon they're preparing for sana sa trabaho nila. Unfortunately, yung dalawa by 10 a.m. ay nakuha po sila doon na wala na po silang buhay. Tinignan po natin yung buhos ng ulan na dumating po dito sa atin from 8 p.m. kagabi hanggang 8 a.m. kanina. Nakita po natin na medyo malakas po yung buhos ng ulan. Umabot po tayo ng almost 200 mm. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung malakas na po dyan. Madami po talaga. So, yun po siguro ang talagang nag-cause ng maraming mga landslide at soil erosion dito po sa atin. And at the same time, yun din po siguro nag-cause mismo sa landslide dyan po sa may Barangay Shilan. May mga instances po ng reports of soil erosion and landslide. May mga malalaki at may mga maliliit. Yung malaki po, nakita po natin dyan po sa may Barangay Lubas at boundary ng Ambyong kung saan yung kalsada po natin, yung Lubas-Ambyong National Road ay sa ngayon ay sarado pa po. Sarado dahil kung nalinisan naman to ng DPWH, unfortunately, dahil po sa continuous na pag-uulan ay medyo delikado po yung lupa dahil gumagalaw pa po yung lupa doon.
Ang sinabi sa amin nung boss, nung narinig daw nila yung lupa na bumabagsak na, tumakbo sila sa likod. So sa likod sila nakuha. Doon sila nadali. Sa ngayon, gulat pa rin. Hindi makapaniwalang wala na siya. At malungkot. Malungkot na natatawa. Pero malungkot pa rin.